Now, YouTube has been around for, I feel like, a decent amount of time where it's gotten to the point that people moving on from having a career as YouTube or having a YouTube channel is more and more common. In the better scenarios, it's people moving on to other platforms or progressing in their career, like moving into TV and stuff like that. Now, there are YouTubers who, instead of doing that, end up ghosting us and leaving the public eye, because I'm pretty sure a lot of us would be the same when you think about it. The idea of having a social media following and being in the spotlight is terrifying and stressful. Now, the point of this video is pretty much to speak why they quit, where they are now, any kind of updates that I'm able to gather. This video is only covering YouTubers who pretty much just ghosted their fans, who just stopped posting, left, said nothing. And that's why I'm not covering a person like Jenna Marbles in this video, because Jenna at least kind of had the respect, I guess, to kind of make a video explaining why she's leaving and that she's leaving. I don't really know whether this is an unpopular opinion, but I think the idea of putting in so much work to build a loyal audience and then one day just deciding to stop posting and leaving them high and dry is a little bit dog. In saying that, I do know that creators don't owe their audience anything really, but I do think it's kind of nice to at least say something if they do decide to quit. Now, the first creator I want to speak about, which is not in the thumbnail, but I want to speak about her anyway, is Danny Mansouri. For any of you who don't know who Danny is, I have linked her channel below if you do want to go watch it. Obviously, she's not uploading anymore, but she does have a bit of content on her channel if you did want to watch and like figure out who that is. Now, I followed Danny for a couple years, and one thing I really noticed with her is I think the backlash that she received was very intense. I do think ultimately the hate and backlash that she received was pretty much the reason why she stopped posting on YouTube and kind of gave up on the whole influencing situation. Danny, for being a beauty influencer, she did have a quite bad scandal at one point of dog abuse. A lot of drama channels covered it. If you search Danny Mansouri like dog drama or something on YouTube, videos will come up. It just like that scandal was bad. And then also as well, she made like passive aggressive comments in regard to Jeffree Star, and messing with Jeffree Star is just never a good idea, and he reciprocated with some quite aggressive tweets. So Danny's last video was posted on July 7, 2021, where she pretty much just gave us a life update of how she was moving to Australia, because she'd moved from Australia to the UK, and then Danny actually moved back. Danny owns like an ethical small business kind of clothing brand called 411s, which I do believe is her main focus now. There hasn't really been much content posted on that, but you can still buy the jumpers and stuff like that, so I think maybe that's what she's focusing on. So I will link her clothing business below if you would like to go support it. Gabby Hunter. One point which I did want to make, which obviously I'm happy if Gabby is becoming more of her authentic self, and it does sadden me that she felt as though she had to put on kind of a facade for her social media. My interest in Gabby Hunter's content totally peaked when she made videos along with her friend Irene of her pretty much cleaning her apartment. Like, my favorite video of hers of all time is when she white erased her walls to try and get her security deposit back. The fact that she had millions of people watching her erase her walls to get her security deposit back is honestly goals. Over the past few years, there has been a really drastic change in terms of Gabby. So obviously she deleted all her lifestyle content from her channel, which on one hand really upsets me, because I just think, why would you not want to leave the content up and then people can obviously watch it, and then you're still going to make like a little bit of coin with people still watching it through monetization. But I also do get it in the sense of, obviously you don't want people watching that content when you don't really identify it with it anymore, and people are obviously going to subscribe and want more of that content when in reality she's not making it anymore, so it's not really like her, you know? So Gabby really moved over to TikTok and made some content that was extremely different. And there was a situation on TikTok, I don't really know what to call it, where like she posted 100 TikToks in one day. People were wanting like welfare checks done on her. A guy like went into her house. It was honestly a lot. After that, she continued to post content, and I think she's becoming more of her authentic self. I'm not really sure. I hope that she's finding a sense of happiness in whatever she's really doing at the moment. And then eventually Gabby pretty much just stopped posting on all her social media. Now, I do have some actual updates for Gabby. So the first update I have on Gabby, which I'm not doxing her, like this is an article, okay? I'm not gonna give you her address or anything like that, but Gabby is selling her house. Okay, so as I was editing this, I was thinking, is this appropriate that I mention it? And I think it is, because throughout her career on TikTok and everything, she's been extremely obvious about where she lives. She's never really tried to hide it, I guess. One thing I did want to say though is, please don't comment her address. Please do not do anything like that, please, if you live in the same city as her, do not go to her house or anything like that. Like, please give her privacy. Yes, I did have a look at the real estate listing. I'm not giving it to you. This was only for my own personal research. Like, I know I shouldn't have. Sorry. Gabby's brand all throughout YouTube was her being cheap. Even on her TikTok, she spoke about being cheap. So I'm quite surprised that she put her house up for sale and she painted her house a bright pink, and also all over the wall she's got her like individual paintings, and she's also left her driveway with like painting in it. So I would have thought for her to get the best price for her house she can, she'd want to paint all over it and make it neutral and everything for obviously someone to want to buy, but I guess not. Now, as of me recording this video, she hasn't yet sold her house. I think at some point on Instagram she did speak of moving to Texas, but I'm really not sure. I know her hometown's in Pennsylvania. Really no idea where she's moving to. As with all the other creators who have ghosted us, I just do hope that she's doing well. Joanna Sedia. Now, I think Joanna was one of those creators which, in my opinion, never wanted to turn YouTube into a career. You've got so many people which are on social media nowadays to try and grow it to the point where it's monetizable and they can turn it into a full-time job. And that was definitely a thing as well in 2018. But I think Joanna's channel growing at the rate it did really shocked her. Normally, social media people will drop out of school when their channel gets to a certain size or something like that. She never did anything like that. Like, she even still, like, after school, she went to college. I do think as well the fact she remained so quote-unquote normal is probably why her following grew to the point it did. Joanna made content which to this day is still so unique. It's still content that has an energy which I don't think anyone has been able to match to this day. And obviously through her channel growing, she did capitalize upon some of the opportunities, but not really as many as most people would have, which I think people in general and her audience really did appreciate. Now, prior to her channel being deleted, Joanna revealed to her audience her problem with her eczema and that she had topical cream withdrawal, which resulted in her pretty much having to defer from college and take time off because it was wreaking such havoc on her life, which that's obviously something that's really traumatic. Now, on October 30, 2021, she officially not only ghosted, yet totally deleted all her social media presence. And since then, she's not made as much as a comment in regard to her leaving social media. There have been some updates which people have been able to find. There is a forum on Reddit which one of Joanna's friends is in, and the way we know it's her friend is because she's posted photos of her and Joanna together in like the forum. The friend is respecting Joanna's privacy, but she provided us with the information. She's alive, don't worry. Someone as well discovered that her dad actually has a YouTube channel, and I found this off the Reddit forum. I didn't find this myself. Someone commented on one of her dad's videos asking if Joanna's okay, and her dad actually replied to the comment saying that she's fine and she's just focusing on schoolwork. And I guess that's probably the most official update we're gonna get. Now, if you've gotten to this point in the video and you are disappointed that I haven't covered the Dolan twins, the whole Dolan twin situation is a lot to cover, so that's why I'm gonna make a separate video, which I don't know when that's gonna come out, but I am working indirectly on making a video about the Dolan twins leaving YouTube. And they are pretty much the updates on those YouTubers who have ghosted their YouTube channels. Now, please comment below if there are any creators which you would like me to find out more information who have ghosted, or if there are any other videos you would like me to make. If you did enjoy this video, could you please give it a thumbs up? And if you're not subscribed, could you please, as it really does help my channel. So yeah.